Well, hi everyone. Welcome back to the Hike Livestream. This is a daily live stream walking through my debut album before it comes out for all the people who've signed up for the hike. This has been a really fun journey that we've been on for um, the last, let's see, man, 9 days. I love it. I love it. I love it. Today we're on day 9 of the hike. Like I said, we've made it all the way to the top of the mountain, and now we're going back down in that metaphor. And so yesterday was the campfire, a moment of rest, and today is that descent. You know, I feel like when you hit a hike and you're on your way back down, you're like, oh my gosh, this has been such a journey. I'm worn out, and you're like, I'm so close to the end, and you start really, really celebrating and working your way back down. That is the part that we're in. And so today is all about celebration. It's about having a good time. It's about having fun. It's about celebrating everything that we've talked about and been through together in this journey. So welcome to night 9. It's super fun. I'm just going to make sure that we're working everywhere. Let's see. If you're joining us, say hi in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from. All right, there we go. Now we're live everywhere. I hope no one else had crazy traffic coming on their way home like I did. Oh my goodness. I thought I was not even going to make it for our 6 o'clock live stream, but here we are. Here we are. All right. Well, today is night 9, and tonight's song is a really special one. It's a song people typically tend to find my music through one of 2 songs, either Olives or Marilyn. And we've already been through Maryland, but tonight is all about celebration and having a good time. So we're going to check out the song Olives. Hi, Craig. It's good to see you. I hope you had a great day. All right. I'm going to go ahead and share my map, but we're going to get going here. All right. So if you can see my screen, man, look how far we've come. Like, this is kind of crazy. We've made it all the way through each and every one of these stops. And we're all the way on night 9. This is the last night before you guys get the full record tomorrow. Oh my gosh, I think I'm a little nervous. I hope you guys love it as much as I do. But this one is Olives. This song is actually the first single I released off this record. And so a lot of people know this song. A lot of people have come to find my music through this song. It's quite fun. But what a lot of people probably don't know is the idea for this song actually did come from a literal hike through the desert. I went to California, had never really been out in the desert before. Like I said, I'm from Missouri, where, you know, there's a bunch of woods and a bunch of trees, and it's just a different landscape. And so I was really inspired by the desert scenery and had never seen an olive tree before. And this picture is actually from our trip. And that is I think that was the olive tree. I think that's why we took a picture of it. Maybe it's not now that I'm looking at it. I don't think that's true. Or I don't think that is. But back there, I think, in the back is the olive trees. Anyway, there were olive trees on the hike, and it was like a bolt of lightning. The skip the branch past the olives line kind of dropped from the sky, literally on this hike that I put pictures of in here because I thought it was funny, and nobody really probably knows that is really where this came from. We were on an actual hike through the desert, seeing real live olive trees. I'd never seen them before. And so that was where this song kind of came from. It quite makes me laugh. Also, the other reason why I wanted to write this song is because I really think everybody in the country space has some kind of drinking song, and that's not really kind of my bag. That's not really what I talk about. So I wanted to do it in kind of a clever, fun way that did make sense for me. And so this idea of kind of, talking about, making a joke about a dirty martini, that's really what the song is about, made it make sense for me. And so if you don't know, the joke of this song, the hook line is skip the branch, aka skip the olive branch, which is something I grew up kind of saying. An olive branch is something you extend to somebody that you want to ask forgiveness from. And and so the whole joke of the song was, skip the branch, save your apologies. I've heard them a lot at this point, and pass the olives, and I'm going to go have a dirty martini, or basically do anything that I think would be fun. And that's really the joke of the song. Yeah, and I think it's kind of funny. Hey Juanita, good to see you. I hope you have a great Bible study. My day was busy too, Craig. I totally feel you there. But yeah, that's the kind of the joke of the song. And I love it when people get it. It's kind of funny when people come up after the shows. They're like, "Wink, I got it," and I'm like, "I love that you did. I love that you did." So there are a couple of cool versions that I shared today about that song, but I'm gonna go ahead and play it for you guys live if that's okay. This is a really, really fun one, and I feel like playing it kind of how it was written, which was actually just on acoustic, because so many people have heard this song, I'm going to just play this one live. It's kind of a fun version, so here we go. All right. This is Olives. Spent my youth sitting in a Sunday school, learned about forgiveness and the golden rule. Someone does you wrong, you turn the other cheek. I can't take another of your apologies. Been a couple years since I made it back. Now I pray in a bar over a shot of Jack. Got my lipstick on, ruby red dress, skin tight. Try to make myself forget you tonight. Skip the branch, pass the olives, pour some gin. Ditch the tonic, you've been playing dirty for too long. Burn the bridge, strike the matches. Skip the branch, pass the olives, pour some gin. Ditch the tonic, you've been playing dirty for too long. Burn the bridge, strike the matches. If the blaze dies, add some gas in. You should know I'm already gone. Skip the branch, pass the olives. A few drinks in, I feel my phone start to buzz. Your name in the screen light, my heart goes numb. One split second I thought about picking up. Try to make still in love. I used to believe in second chances. That was under different circumstances. Giving all that I can give, put up with all your sin. Turns out your leaving was a blessing. Skip the branch, pass the olives, pour some gin. Ditch the tonic, you've been playing dirty for too long. Burn the bridge, strike the matches. If the blaze dies, add some gas in. You should know I'm already gone. Skip the branch, pass the olives. Skip the branch, pass the olives. Skip the branch past the olives. Skip the branch past the olives. Pour some gin. Ditch the tonic. You've been playing dirty for too long. And that's olives. Hey Shay, it's good to see you. That's all right. Hang out with your kiddo. We'll be here. Yeah, Craig, I appreciated it. I can tell you love metal. I love it. I feel like, is Metallica your favorite? I have this theory that there is a ton of rock moving into the country space. You know, I feel like I love rock music, so there's I've been playing with a lot of that sound in my own music, and I feel like there are a lot of artists where they're kind of doing a country rock crossover right now. It's really cool to see. That's what I thought. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. Well, that is a little bit of the song, kind of how it originally started, just on guitar. And now I'm going to play a little bit of the song with where it ended up. I'm not going to play all of it because I do think a lot of people have heard this one because it's been out for a while. But I'm going to play a little bit because I want to talk about some of the stuff we did production-wise. So that's a little bit of the track. I wanted to skip to the end there because I really love, kind of from the solo on is probably where I think it really kicks in. Craig says, I love the slide work on this. Yeah, me too. Me too. One of my favorite things about this is, we recorded the electric guitar part. So we record together like the main instruments of a song all at once. So you record, or at least we did, not everybody does this, but we did. We recorded the drums, the bass, the lead electric, and then the keys all together, like in the same sessions. And we took a full week to record that. And so what I love is in that solo part, you can hear the slide and you can hear like the guitar part, and it's really, really cool. And then later our fiddle player came in and he recorded that fiddle part, and it's a call and response basically between the two, and I love how it ended up. I just think it's really, really cool. And then the other thing that's different about this song is there's actually like kind of a beat to it that our drummer created. Our drummer does a lot of audio engineering as well, so What I love about working with him is like he doesn't just come in and like record your kit. He does that, like he records the basic drums on the floor, but he kind of thinks in terms of kind of like a drum producer would. So he also brings in a lot of percussion, so you can hear like some like some cool kind of shakers that he used on this. But if you listen to the very, very back, there's actually a backing track, and he created that. And it's kind of just like this deep, it's just a really, really interesting track. And we use it in the live shows too, when he plays with me in live shows. And I think like this song has so much weight to it. And I really think that's where it comes from. Craig, I didn't know you were a drummer. That's awesome. Yeah, I think the drums on these tracks, I love the backing track that he created on this one, and I really love the drums on Lost. Like they're just really interesting if you're really into drums. Like I have learned a lot about drums through this record. Our drummer, his name is Chris Benelli, and he's a really, really cool drummer. Like you can't listen to a song that he played on and not, if you know his work, like you're like, oh yeah, definitely like Chris played on that. And that's a really cool thing to be able to say through an instrument. I think that's a really, really special thing to be able to do. I did not know Leanne Rimes sang with Bon Jovi. Rob Halford. Oh, that's cool. On the Dolly Parton duet, is that on her latest record, the rock record that she did for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? I love that record, but I haven't listened to it a ton. Yeah, I totally get that. He says his style is more blast beats. Cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love that. And it was kind of interesting, you know, this song, it was supposed to be number 4 on the record. I changed it so it'd actually be the second song on the record after the a cappella song, the hymn. And I made that change kind of later into the process once I got all the mixes back. But there's a few interesting things about this song. One, even though it is one of the first tracks on the record, we recorded it very late in the week that we were recording kind of those main songs. And so by the time we got to recording this one, I think it was just because I didn't quite know how I wanted this song to sound. So this is the very last. Hi, Holden. It's good to see you. I hope you're having a great day. This song is the very last song we wrote before we went into the studio. So I kind of had all the songs, and then we wrote this probably 2 weeks before. And Corey actually talked about that when she came on, because she wrote this with me. And we had just finished it, and I was like, man, that just sounds cool. And like, well, you know, even in like the way you play the acoustic, it's like you could already hear how it would sound if you recorded it. And it was like, man, that just would be really sick. And so, decided really last minute that it would be on the record. You know, and there's some things I wish like there's some things maybe I wish I had taken another comb through some of the lyrics and stuff, but for the most part, I'm really glad that it ended up being on the record. I think a lot of people really love this one. But yeah, I think because it was so late in the game being added, I had never played this one out. A lot of the other songs ended up on the record because I could see what they did at a live show, and I could see that they were powerful, and I could see that they resonated with people, and that was kind of my like litmus test to know that it should be recorded. And I had never done that with this. Like I don't think I'd ever even played it really live. Like it wasn't even under my hands as a guitarist yet. And so, I think this one may have been like, it was either the last track we recorded or it was like the second to last track, but we did it on the last day. And so by the time we got to that, we had a bunch of songs that kind of had this, we were getting this pattern of like, we get to the very last chorus and the first part is kind of a down chorus and then it like builds back up, right? And this song was written to be that way But we had done that too many times on the record. And so Brett, one of the producers, he said, we just can't do that. Like, we just, as soon as we hit that instrumental, it has to feel like the wheels are about to fall off. It just has to go like crazy bananas, you know, and just like play to your fullest. And like, we just need it to be the opposite of what the rest of the songs have kind of been. And I really think that that comment changed the trajectory of the song, and it just made it so much more of an anthem, and it made it so much more fun. And yeah, I really think that that decision to never, once this, like, it just is a constant build all the way through, rather than what a lot of songs are, which is like, you know, you kind of build and then you come back down, and then you build even bigger and then you come back down, and then you build even bigger. The fact that this one like starts kind of like more empty, and you just add and add and add and add until it's kind of crazy, I think is one of the reasons why it's been such a cool song and why people have liked it so much, you know? And so I think that part has been just a very, very fun. It was a very like, that was something that happened in the studio that definitely changed the trajectory of this one, for sure. Holden, thanks for asking. Today has been a busy day, but it's been a good day. I'm just happy to be here. I was stuck in like traffic for an hour and a half on my way here, so happy to be here. It's been all right, though. How was your day? I'm just thinking through the rest of this song if there was anything else that I think is kind of interesting about it. Shay says it blows the roof off. It really does. It really does. And I think that's what's so fun about it, especially because like the rest of the record is so like, it's a, you know, kind of a reflective record. Like this song to me is like the fun on the record, and like you need that, you know. It's fun. It's sassy. Like, I think it just like gives people permission to let steam off, you know? Yeah, and it's a really fun one to play live. It's just like, yeah, it's just so much fun. Such a fun one. Olives is a funny song because I feel like I've written this kind of a similar song like over and over. Like it just kind of feels like it's kind of becoming a standard in my writing to like write something kind of minor and something kind of sassy and something kind of fun. And I'm okay with that. I think it's because I grew up on Before He Cheats by Karen Wood. I just kind of have those kind of sounds in my head from that. Let's see. Oh yeah, everybody tell Holden that to heal. He's been, well, you just got your stitches out. We were talking about that earlier. But now he can't be on his foot. He's got one of those wheelchairs where you know, your foot's kind of rested up, right? Am I getting that right, Holden? So you've been chilling out. You've been resting up, which is good. I mean, you're healing, which is the main thing. That's the main thing. Let's see. I wanted to talk through that journal prompt. I was going to check it out. This song to me is also like the best song to kind of come at the end, right? Because it's like, it's a celebration, I feel like, and it's so much fun and it feels triumphant, which is how I feel almost at the tail end of our hike. Yeah, so the journal prompt for today is, what's something or someone you had to walk away from even when it hurts? That's kind of the thing that I reflect on when I'm thinking about this song. And what I mean by that is like this song is fun. It's a super fun song, but it also is a song about taking your power back, right? It's a song about like kind of standing up for yourself. And a lot of times, like when I was first thinking about this song, you know, I grew up in the Midwest, and Midwest nice. Has anyone ever heard that term, that you're Midwest nice? Basically, it just is like people are very, very nice and they don't really say what they really think, out of just being polite. And that is I actually think that is a beautiful default and a beautiful way to live. I'm really glad that I was raised that way. But a few times, especially in my early 20s, kind of when I wrote this record, I needed to learn that just because if somebody kept doing something wrong, it was okay to say like, hey, thank you for apologizing, but not put yourself back in that situation, especially in a relationship or a work situation. Like, it's okay to say, thank you for apologizing. I, totally forgive you and it's all fine, but I don't think we should continue dating, or I don't think this job is right for me, or I don't think whatever. Being okay with somebody and also choosing to get out of a situation that's not right for you is super real. And it's funny that like when you're kind of, your default is to be polite and be kind, that is totally where your default should be, but people can take advantage of it sometimes. And so I think this song, like, it's a really fun way of saying like, hey, walk away from the things that aren't great for you, and like, it's okay. It will be okay. You've got more fun things to do with your time. And that was kind of what I felt like the song at the end of the day was all about. Like, it was just a way to remind people like, you can walk away from people or things that don't serve you anymore. So that was kind of what the journal prompt was all about. And I'd love to hear in the chat, what's something or someone you had to walk away from, even when it hurt? Holden said, I've walked away, but also scooted away recently. Hey, I saw your comment that said you're faster than NASCAR, so maybe scooting away is the way it should be. That is so funny. mm, yeah. Yeah, Shay, that's exactly the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Shay says I have to be the voice for myself and my kiddos and my family. Yeah, like you're their protectors, right? Some of my family members weren't always kind while we were struggling to figure out what was wrong with our youngest. And that's your special needs kid, I think, right? Your youngest has special needs. So I stepped back, gave my split with my parents and an ultimatum: if you want to be in our lives, it's going to have to be around my kids' needs. I totally get that. That is such a good example, Shay. Thank you for sharing that. That is a great example. What I love is like those examples are, they can be done kindly and they can be done with love, but you don't have to be in a situation that is wrong for you and your kids. Absolutely. That's a great example. Holden says, I left him in the dust. That is so funny. Holden, I hope your next surgery goes well. Yeah. Thanks for saying that, Holden. That's a great word of encouragement. He says people can be cruel in life. Keep staying strong. I gotta say, the thing that I have absolutely loved about doing these live streams is getting to know you guys in real time. I mean, I love this, but also just having everyone get to know each other. It's been so much fun seeing people on the regular and getting a chance to for you guys to get to know each other too. It's been really, really cool. Oh, I don't think I think you told me. I didn't realize, Holden, that it was a shoulder surgery you had after. Just check in on one of our lives. Holden, you gotta stop breaking down on us. Craig, you did not scare everyone away. That is not true at all. You have been awesome. Craig is the only one who's been here every single night. It's been amazing. Mm, absolutely. What's cool though is these live streams are recorded, so a lot of people do check in and respond to them after the fact too, which is really great. Well, so this is the end of night 9 of our 10-day hike. Tomorrow is day 10. It's our very last day of the hike. Um, and it is bittersweet because I'm very sad that this is ending in real time. This has been a just wonderful, wonderful journey, and I just thank you guys so much for being part of it and hearing the stories behind these songs and going deeper with me on these songs. Um, it has just been so much fun to do that, and we would have never had this if I had just said let's put it on streaming and forget about it. It was more important to me that we had a chance to connect as a community and grow. So thank you guys for doing this with me. That said, the cool part about tomorrow being the last day is you guys are going to get 2 things tomorrow that I'm so excited about. You guys are getting a new song like you have every day, but you are also getting the entire album tomorrow. So you will be able to listen to the whole thing in order, top to bottom. Like I said, we have not done these songs in the order they are on the record. So I think it'll be really fun now that you kind of like have heard the songs, you know, kind of the stories behind them, to see how that narrative kind of unfolds in order on the record. But yeah, you'll get the full record tomorrow, as well as a little bit of backstory and exclusive performances of the last song. All of those things. Craig, are you on my Facebook page? Let me just drop it here. He says, of course. Okay, good. I just want to make sure. I have thought about doing like a special Facebook group for just hikers, like people who have gone through this whole experience. Is that kind of what you're thinking, Craig? I've thought about it. I think it would be really neat. Haven't done it yet. Shay says, I'm so sad this is coming to an end. Please hop back on if you get bored or miss /me. I think I'm going to. I think, okay, so here's my plan. So since tomorrow is our final day, I think my plan is I really want to keep doing a live stream every week. Um, so let me know what that would be so fun. Okay, I'm gonna brainstorm that tomorrow. Yeah, maybe we'll do like a full hikers Facebook group. That would be really fun. That would be really, really fun. My wheels are turning. So I think my plan once this hike ends is to do, like I said, we're gonna be releasing a podcast. Oh, yes, Craig, go. If you want to set it up, I would be so honored. That would be amazing. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I would love that. I will help in every way I can. That would be even better. Holden, these wheelchair jokes are cracking me up. He says my wheels turn all the time. That is so funny. Okay, I'm keeping you distracted. Here's the game plan. Once the hike ends, I think we're gonna release our podcast. We've got all we're recording the last episode today. No, Sunday. Before we launch it. So we're getting that up and going for you guys. And then I would like to do a live stream like once a week. So what day of the week is best for everybody? You gotta let me know. Because I think it'd be really fun to do like a little weekly live stream. We can play new songs and we can chat and check in with everybody. But I've been trying to figure out what the best day would be. So let me know in the comments if you guys would like that. I think it'd be really fun. I think it would be really, really fun to keep doing that. We need a name. That's awesome, Shay. I agree with you on a name, Craig. I'm thinking about it. Okay, great. So the day doesn't really matter. Shay goes, Emily's Minions. That's so funny. I just think of the movie, the Minions movie. Yeah, I've been trying to think of a good name personally. I'm trying to figure it out. Let me think about it, and you think about it. Shay, that was the exact quote I was thinking. We'd steal the moon for you, or whatever that clip is. That was exactly what I was thinking. Craig, I'm so honored. He says Major League fanboy now. I love it. I absolutely love it. It would be awesome. So you know how we were talking about doing some kind of lost record, or not that, a deluxe record. So I think I had a friend suggest that the deluxe record is called Found. So if you get the first record, it's lost, and then if you get the full thing, it's found. I think that would be really cool. So you get lost and found, or we would call that the second record. I haven't decided, but that's a little tidbit. I think we're gonna try and figure out how to do that because I think it would be really, really cool. Holding, you're cracking me up. All right, friends. I don't want night 9 to end, but I think it's that time. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to sign off for night 9, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I cannot wait for you guys to hear this record. I'm so excited. Um, yeah, it'll be in your inboxes tomorrow morning or evening, depending on the time for you, Craig. um, all right, friends. I'm gonna let you go. Enjoy the rest of your night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, love you all. Bye.